Back 4 Blood is supposed to be a spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead series. It is made with the original developers even, or so it says. Unfortunately, as of right now in beta, this is not a very good game. Now, there might be some things that can be cleaned up. There are some really unique ideas here that are just executed poorly, but majority of everything here is kind of just bad. Let's start from the top though. First thing you see is the hub world. Yay. Another game with an unnecessary hub world filled with things where a menu would have sufficed. Ironically though, there is a menu. It's cluttered and it's extremely confusing to navigate, but it's there. Also, the majority of people that you talk to in the hub world will also open up this menu. So why is the hub world even there to begin with? I guess it's supposed to make this game look more lively, but this kind of looks incredibly dead and dull here. You can see in-game graphics, I suppose. They don't look very good. I suppose I've seen worse, but we're trying a borderline late PlayStation 3 and early PlayStation 4 graphics here. And that's not the biggest deal in the world. After all, gameplay is what matters. But I would argue that this is where the most fun to be had is. If you get a buddy to join your game, you can mess around inside the hub world. You can even shoot each other in the firing range.
Hey Jerry, welcome here.
Hang on, I'm doing stuff, I think. Ray just shot me. Messing with a buddy and having a little PvP session in the spot is actually a lot of fun. Especially since you can test out the different weapons in the area as well. And there's another positive thing. The game will flat out tell you what the weapon stats are at an even level. And I say at an even level because there are variants through the actual levels. Of course, you're going to find out that it sure seems like the AK is the best when everything is even, and the shotguns are absolutely terrible if you actually tried them. But if you find a purple tier shotgun and have a white tier M4, you better switch it out. There's also gun attachments here, but from what I can tell, the difference is so small that it didn't really matter what I had on the weapons. And that can go for a lot of things when it comes to customization in this game. There are 5 characters to choose from in the beta, and they all have a few unique abilities. At least that's what they're advertised as. In reality, they actually just slightly increase your damage or slightly increase the team's health. Not so much of an ability as it is a stat upgrade, and all characters with the exception of instantly reviving someone is like this. So there's also a card system. A very confusing way to give you even more slight upgrades. Now, I'm not so sure if it's because of the awkward UI or the actual card system itself. Yeah, I guess I can only pick 3. Now I can pick... What? I can pick them all. Why the f would I not have them? But it is very, very confusing. I have no idea what's going on in this system. But to basically sum it up in the best I can, you select cards to go into a campaign with, and in between each round, you get to choose one. Some of these stack, some of these don't. It's a decent idea on paper, but there's so many of these that I just get overwhelmed, and that could be the UI just showing off every single one at once. And the cards themselves don't really give you much of a change. This game really likes to give you the illusion that you're making changes to your character, but 1 health per melee kill doesn't really help if you're getting hit for 3 health every time you go for the melee kill. But let's load up campaign and see what we got here. Bit of an awkward start phase with the timer, but it's alright, I suppose. Okay, gameplay seems fine, and whoa. The bot just teleported. All right, the bots. And this is probably the thing that the beta needs to really focus on tweaking out the most. Maybe completely overhaul. These bots inside Back 4 Blood's beta are maybe the worst bots I've ever seen in history.
Yeah, I saw that.
How do you make a worse bot than Left 4 Dead, a game that came out in 2000, really 8, I think is when the first one came out. Oh my god, the bots won't shoot the enemies.
I told you, they don't
What
help.
the f are they doing? How could you make a bot this fucking bad? How? Now, if you're playing with friends, this problem obviously will not show. But even if you're down to 1 bot, you're gonna see some weird things. Sometimes the bot will just not help you. Sometimes the bot will literally just sit there and not shoot its gun. Matter of fact, the only thing I got the bots to really consistently shoot at was a barrel, right when I'm standing next to it.
Oh my god, Holly, you it's
I know it wasn't me.
dumb.
It had to be her.
God, the AI sucks.
It had to be her. I don't know how you messed up a bot this bad. I really don't. And he teleported to you right after I got him. That's cool. The gameplay itself is fine. Shooting feels okay. Movement feels a little weird. The stamina system is just an awful idea, but it's there. Apparently the controls on the actual controllers are actually kind of wonky and very weird. I've heard horror stories about this online already, but I actually have not tried that, and I'm not going to try it because I hear a bunch of people complain about it. I don't feel like going through that. Now, the map that we get in the beta doesn't really flow very well. It's pretty awkward. And the actual scenarios that are inside these maps are mostly rehash of old Left 4 Dead scenarios, or they're a play on those scenarios. Opening the safe room. This is... Gee,
A church?
I wonder.
Yeah,
I wonder where they came up with this.
A church with a safe room.
This is
that
the
calls
exact
Horde.
same fucking scenario. Now, sometimes there's a moment where you have to follow this tentacle thing and find where to shoot and destroy a certain spot is. I pretty much call this the Gore's Nest, as it reminds me of the Gore Nest from Doom. You shoot them, it clears the way, it starts a horde. Simple, but in this case, I actually find it very effective, especially in this one section where you have to go inside a house and do this. Okay, so one thing I haven't touched on is the I'm sorry, the Ridden and the mutations. Basically, the common zombies and special infected. Personally, I thought the special mutations or infected or whatever they're called in this game are extremely boring, both in design and how they act. There's one that grabs you, there's one that spits, and there's a big thing that I think vomits or something. I'm not really sure. Okay. You want to know why Left 4 Dead Special Infected works so well? Not only does each infected have their own abilities, they also have their own grunts, sounds, unique designs, and behaviors that really stand them out from the crowd. The Spitter, for example, in Left 4 Dead 2 is glowing green with acid. She's also really tall and has a really lengthy neck. The Hunter makes this huge, large screeching noise. And the Boomer was so big and wears this blue shirt that you can actually see across the map very easily. And it goes with this huge, really loud gargle effect. They even had their own little music chimes when one spawns up. In Back 4 Blood, we got a big fella. No idea what this guy does. Like I said, I think he vomits. A guy that looks like what the Charger is, but actually just tries to punch you and he grabs you, I think. Also, this guy spawns all the time for some reason. And there's also this guy that looks like a common Ridden but can go in walls, I guess. I would like it if I could tell the difference between the enemies better.
Yeah.
They all kind of look the same. And get this, the designs are so similar, there are actually differences sometimes between these two character models that are exactly the same. Yeah, I learned this one in versus mode when I got to choose a tall boy, and like 3 of them were pretty much all designed the exact same way. Also, that versus mode, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it's bad. Like, this is extremely bad. He's got me.
Oh, you got me. He sniped me, bro.
Oh, for
Two of them.
sake! We're dead.
Don't get hit.
I'm already got hit!
No, I was talking to myself. We're dead, aren't we?
There's nothing I can do. Every mutation in this game is boring, lacks unique design, and lacks a personality. Look at this. The only reason why I knew this one was a special mutation is because it had a glowing red spot on its chest. Now, the best form of enemy in this game came from the giant ogre boss. Now, this thing is cool.
Oh boy! 60 an hour. Run through the tunnel. Oh, he doesn't have a bar. He doesn't have a health bar.
You having to run away from this thing while taking pot shots at it, watching his health go down. He's running to a doorway. Don't stick too close to the doorway though. The game needs more of these moments to really shine. Not really sure why this came very early in the campaign though. Another pretty cool moment was boarding up this church to make it a safe house. Yes, this is basically just a rehash of a Left 4 Dead 1 scenario. I'm not really sure why this bell is going off since no one here is pulling the string saying ding dong, ding dong. But actually boarding it up is kind of a cool, unique idea. Well, maybe they got the idea from Nazi zombies, but in executing inside a Left 4 Dead style game, it's pretty unique. Now, in between rounds, you get hit with some sort of small variant thing that will artificially change the gameplay. You remember the director in Left 4 Dead? Yeah, he got replaced by an RNG card system. Inside the actual safe zone before each act, there will be a little weapon shop. In the weapon shop, you can buy ammo, a weapon, first aid, a pipe bomb, perks, which in my opinion are more likely to hinder you than they are to help you, and special tools such as a stun gun, a toolkit, a defibrillator, you name it. Yes, you can just find these weapons throughout the levels, but you earn money throughout the levels, you pick up money throughout the levels, and this is where you spend them. Now, I like this idea, but I also get mad at it because I feel like there's a huge missed opportunity here. Now, remember back when I said that every character is really just a slight stat upgrade? You mean to tell me we couldn't have had the defib, the stun gun, or toolkit and put them inside the character's unique abilities? With the items that are currently in the game, you could have made easily 3 characters. You could have a medic that has a defib unit. You could have a construction worker that has a toolkit to open up doors. You could have a former cop that has a stun gun to instantly get out of trouble with the mutations. No, instead they give us a slight stat boost. I mean, come on. That would really help towards making each character feel unique, because right now, that just isn't there. I think back to something like Killing Floor 2, where each class has certain weapons that also has a boost, but they also have certain abilities, and just something like that would just be great here. In Killing Floor 2, the gunslinger ignores movement penalties when aiming down his sights, or a field medic that literally releases gas of healing whenever Z timer gets activated. Things like this would really help it separate from the pack. Instead, what we got is a game more bland than World War Z. And that's not really a compliment to either of those games. At least in World War Z, you can have a bunch of fast-moving zombies on the screen at the same time. I'm not even sure what use a pipe bomb is in this game. The ridden walk so slow it's almost useless.
I do.
Throw it, Ray.
Molotov.
Wow,
Throw it
look,
at our feet.
look at him walk towards the pipe bomb at a whopping a centimeter an hour.
Yeah, the pipe bomb kind of didn't do anything for us.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
This game is just an absolute mess, man. With this game releasing right around the corner and all the problems that this game currently has, I really sit there and ask myself, why not just play Left 4 Dead? A game that is literally better in every way. It's cheaper, sometimes it's even free, and will probably run on most modern day computers. I suppose if you're on console, you might be stuck without backwards compatibility, but then you can just play Killing Floor 2 or World War Z over this. As of right now, Back 4 Blood sucks. It's bad. And instead of acting so high and mighty because they made Left 4 Dead with Valve's quality control, we remember that they made a game called Evolve. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, subscribe for more content, comment down below, and check the description for links such as the Discord.